Well, it looks like AEW Dynamite trying to be another terrible show tonight. Name my topic tonight is called Chaos, Cluster, and Crap. Play Chaos, Cluster, Chaos, Cluster, Crap, and Crazy in Chicago. Well, AEW's Continental Classic be a good, and I'm gonna give you my who will be in the red and blue in which who and give you all my who will be in the red and blue tournament for who will be I'm gonna give you my who will be in my predictions for the AEW Continental Classic and who will be in the red and blue, something like that. Before when I do, I'm gonna open up the show with a little bit of song. Open the show with a little bit of song. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. By the way, stick around right back and play the song. A song for you open up. We'll play the song Pink Houses by John Cougar Mellencamp. Number one hit single from 1984. Oh, so quick. Yep, Pink Houses by No More Singing for 1984 by John Cougar Mellencamp. Let's get down to business tonight. Show me like a terrible show. I mean, AEW is not getting any better, and WWE is not getting better. And I just don't know what to say. What's going on in the world? I mean, WWE Survivor Series is not going to be any good. Nor will telling you really, WWE and AEW is not doing any good for real. Let's get down with tonight's show. Okay, we kick off the show with a recap of last Saturday's Full Gear pay-per-view featuring November Rain, showcasing the highs and lows and the creamy middles of the night. With that in the books, all eyes are on the Continental Classic, and action kicks off on tonight on Dynamite. We get a ringside graphic for the Gold League and the Blue League, where the Hurt Business make their way out to the stage. Shelton Benjamin is in action later tonight. But the group have a statement to make making a ring right now. MVP has a mic in hand, stating the group have an official announcement before introducing his associates to the crowd. He gives the two men their props, which garners an MVP chant. But MVP says it's not about him, about the syndicate and the lessons they teach. When MVP offers you his business card and an opportunity to join the group, it's like a golden ticket. He begins running down Swerve Strickland for the reason to join, as the crowd chants "Whose house?" Swerve's house, to which MVP reminds everyone that Bobby Lashley beat the snot out of Swerve Strickland at Full Gear. Full Gear was terrible. Bullshit. Very terrible Full Gear was last Saturday. He directs the crowd's attention to the screen, where he gets a recap of the hurt Bobby put on Swerve, culminating in the hurt lock, scoring him the win. But MVP calls Swerve an amazing young man, but he is not in the most dangerous man in AEW. Bobby Lashley is. He's a walking Armageddon, so MVP wants to make it clear. The Hurt Syndicate comes to take the championships, leveraging them for some money and power. They're merchants of misery, and Shelton Benjamin will prove that in the Continental Classic starting tonight. With that, MVP reminds the fans that the Hurt Syndicate put simply hurt people. Oh, second. WrestleView. I'm say what I said earlier. He directs the crowd's attention to the screen, where we get a recap of the hurt Bobby put on Swerve Cumberland in the Hurt Lock, scoring him the win. MVP calls Swerve an amazing young man, but he is not the most dangerous man in AEW. Bobby Lashley is. He is a walking Armageddon. So MVP wants to make it clear the Hurt Syndicate comes here to take champions, leveraging them for money and for power. They are the Merchants of Misery, and Shelton Benjamin will prove that tonight in the Continental Classic starting tonight. With that, MVP reminds the fans that the Hurt Syndicate simply hurt people. If that, MVP and Lashley make their exits from the ring, as Benjamin remains for our opening match. Per the rules of the Continental Classic, the rest of the Syndicate are barred from the ringside. As the conglomeration hints their conclusion from the gang hanging out with Mark Briscoe as he makes his way down to the ramp, we get a reminder of the rules for the tournament before this match gets underway. Here it is, a Continental Classic Blue League versus Mark Briscoe and versus Shelton Benjamin. Code of Honor is briefly ahead by both competitors before Benjamin goes on the attack early, but Briscoe catches him with a strike in the corner. The two go at it, trading strikes until action spills to the outside. Briscoe takes control for a moment until Shelton sends him crashing to the barricade for the upper hand. The ref begins the count as Benjamin slides back into the ring. Benjamin goes back after the former Ring of Honor world champ, on for Briscoe to bring him back to the outside for a dive through the ropes. Mark goes up to top, only to be intercepted by Shelton for a butterfly suplex, sending him crashing to the canvas and to go to picture-in-picture. Benjamin maintains control as he sends Briscoe to the outside. The action heading toward the announce table as Mark tries to fight back, but is sent over the barricade by Benjamin instead. He heads to the ring as the ref begins to count anew, but Mark slowly makes his way up, forcing Benjamin to go back on the attack. Shelton once again heads back to the ring, but Briscoe is able to get back into the ring apron to stop the count, only to be intercepted by Shelton, who sends him back into the ring the hard way. He sends the former Ring of Honor World Champion to the corner for more damage to inflict as we come back from the break. Benjamin takes Briscoe to the mat for a near fall, for taking him to the corner only to lay in some more strikes. Mark shows his fighting spirit as he rises to his feet, taking the fight to Shelton for some strikes to break out of the corner. He sends Shelton to the ropes, lifting him for a Death Valley driver followed by a running knee. He heads to the top, connecting with a Foggy Bro, but this impact hurts him enough for Benjamin to roll toward the ropes. Briscoe doesn't let this stand, sending him down hard and out of the ring before bringing him back for another Foggy blow. But Benjamin gets the knees up. Hold on a second. Okay, hold on. Problems here. Okay, his case fixed now. Shelton follows up with a couple of high angle suplexes to keep Briscoe down, only for Mark to fight back with an enziguri. Jay Driller is blocked by Benjamin, but Briscoe catches him for a near fall before heading to the corner. He is intercepted by Benjamin. It takes the former Ring of Honor World Champion with a thrust kick for the cover, but Briscoe kicks out. Shelton brings him back to his feet for a lariat, followed by an exploder into a power slam that gets him the victory in his first set of points for the Continental Classic. Winning by pinfall, Shelton Benjamin. MVP heads down to congratulate Benjamin on the win before they head back up to the ramp. We cut to a video highlighting the Continental Classic events on tour before we go to a commercial break. We go to a little commercial. Back at ringside, Tony Schiavone is on the stage and he welcomes the woman who is still AEW TBS Women's Champion after Full Gear 2024. Out comes Mercedes Moné. We know it's Sasha Banks from WWE alongside Camille. As the champion tells Chicago to say hello to their CEO, Tony talks about their Full Gear match and the praise is received. It was terrible, which Mercedes is happy to hear about before taking the microphone. She says Chris Statlander gave her the hardest match of her career, but she is the greatest AEW TBS Women's Champion of all time, and she will prove it even further. She goes on nearly to fire Camille for not doing anything right, but the brick house cuts Monet off to inform her that she quits. Camille walks off, leaving the United States Mercedes as we cut away. Then we go to a video package. A lot of folks were talking about from Full Gear 0 Hour as QT Mesher faced Big Boom AJ of Costco Guys fame, with AJ bringing the Boom for the win. Back at ringside, the Learning Tree make their way out as Chris Jericho is set to defend the Ring of Honor World Championship tonight on Dynamite. Out next is Tomohiro Ishii. The Stone Pitbull is on a mission to take the title from Jericho tonight, as we get a look back at Ishii chasing Jericho down to the ring for a contract sign with the challenger in the ring now. Match gets underway. Now it's the time of the Ring of Honor World Championship match. Chris Jericho defends against Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii takes the chopping away at the champ early on, with Jericho trading strikes with the Stone Pitbull. This goes on and on until Jericho can take no more on Tomohiro, taking him down with his back suplex. Jericho is back on his feet taking the challenger down before Ishii retaliates. The action heads to the apron, with Jericho taking Ishii down before sending him to the announce table for more damage. Bringing him back to the ring, Jericho finds himself back into a trade of strikes with Tomohiro. Chops turn into slaps in the middle of the ring, with one strike sending Jericho into the ropes as Ishii staggers. The two come back together, and as a headbutt nearly sends Jericho down, and he manages to stay on his feet as we go to picture-in-picture. Picture-in-picture, it doesn't take long for Ishii to get the upper hand here, sending Jericho to the corner as he lays into the champ even more strikes. He backs off to the opposite corner, allowing Jericho to get back into his feet as the champ gives him a flurry palm strikes, which barely phases the Stone Pitbull. The strikes continue, lowering in ferocity as a high sign of wear and tear these men had as we come back from the break. Jericho, who has taken strike after strike, finally falls to the mat as a result of the damage done, but dodges an attack from Ishii to go back to the corner. He sends Ishii crashing to the canvas, but the challenger is back on his feet. He sends Jericho to the corner, showing just how stone this Pitbull really is as he trades strikes with the champ once more, only for Jericho to catch him with a German suplex. Ishii dodges a Judas effect, taking the champ down, but he drops to the canvas as well. Both men eventually make it back on their feet, with Jericho taking Ishii down before following up with a lion salt and a cover, but Ishii kicks out. Both men on their feet once more, with Jericho catching the challenger with a Judas effect and a cold breaker for the cover, but Ishii kicks out at 1. He counters out of a Walls attempt before taking Jericho down with a spear butt combination. It's only good for a 2 count. Jericho goes for a lariat but is taken down with a cold breaker by the challenger. Ishii takes him down to the mat for a near fall before Jericho takes an enziguri by Tomohiro, who gets caught with a cold breaker off the ropes but champ. Judas effect lands flush on Ishii as Jericho picks up the win to retain. Winning via pinfall and still Ring of Honor champion Chris Jericho. Jericho's students join him in the ring to celebrate the win before we cut backstage with some words from Shredder Strickland and Prince Nana. Strickland says that he does rebuilding well, addressing the pain as well as the pain he was dealt by Bobby Lashley, only to be undercut by Max Caster, who mocks Swerve for losing at Full Gear 2024. He makes a passing reference to Swerve's house being set on fire, which riles Strickland up enough to go after Caster before Nana pulls him away. Then go to a commercial break. Back at ringside, Tony Schiavone welcomes Hangman and Page to the ring after what went down at Full Gear. He dresses Page losing the match and attacking Daniels after that match and attacked John Moxley before seemingly helping Christian Cage, but Page grabs the mic from him to interject. He tells Daniels that if he wants to be knocked down again, he can come and try him. Turning his attention to the situation with Christian Cage, he says he held up his end of the deal, but Cage failed on his part. He then says he plans to do what he's been trying to do for a while, that is to be the AEW World Champion. This brings out Jay White, asking the crowd for some gums up in Chicago before asking Page to remind him what happened at Full Gear. Then at Wrestle Dream, he reminds Page that he lost both of those matches to the Switchblade. So if anyone is getting a shot at the world title, it's Jay White. But if Page needs another reminder, if 5 times is not enough, he'd be happy to give Adam another taste of the Blade Runner, only to be pulled off the apron by Pac. The trio's champion stares down in the ring only for the Hangman to be blindsided by Wheeler Yuta. Pac gets in the ring to join in the beatdown, but is dropped with a Blade Runner by Jay, who enters the ring, forcing Pac out as Maria Shafir appears with a briefcase containing the world title. She texts Page before Jay looks for a Blade Runner on Shafir, only to be blindsided by John Moxley with a choke. He hands the White over to Marina, who continues the damage before the Death Riders gang up on Switchblade, leading a shot to the head with a case by Pac. With the damage going, the Death Riders make their exit from the ring through the crowd as we get a shot of the fallen Jay White. Claudio's music hits as he makes his way through the crowd for our next Continental Classic match. We then get a video hyping AEW's World's Ends before heading back to the ringside where Claudio has arrived. Out next is Ricochet, ready to prove himself in his debut in the tournament as this match gets underway. Despite his best efforts early on by Ricochet is met with a body slam by Claudio, taking him to the mat. He brings Ricochet back up, but finds himself nearly overwhelmed by the flying of Ricochet until he catches him off the ropes. Ricochet manages to get out of Claudio's grasp before sending him out of the ring, but Cascano evades a dive attempt, catching Ricochet off the apron before sending him into the barricade. The ref begins to count as Claudio continues the attack on Ricochet, eventually bringing him back into the ring where he is met with a kick on the ropes by Ricochet, who sends him out with an attack off the turnbuckle before bringing Castagnoli back into the ring. Ricochet gets on the ropes for a springboard, but is dropped down hard by Claudio, who gets a near fall for his efforts. We go to picture-in-picture. Claudio maintains control as he sends Ricochet out of the ring. As the latter makes his way back, he is cut off by Claudio Castagnoli, who locks him in submission hold to wear him down. Ricochet manages to fight his way back to his feet, getting back into the match as we come back from the break. Claudio gets back on the attack, however, taking Ricochet down for a near fall. Ricochet fights out of a neutralizer attempt, taking the ropes for a head scissors takedown, sending Castagnoli out of the ring, following up with a big dive to send him to the floor. He brings Claudio back in the ring, going up to the top to keep him down for a 2 count. Claudio starts fighting back, sending Ricochet down hard before setting up the giant swing. Ricochet tries to fight out, but is taken down with a stomp, allowing Claudio to clinch in the sharpshooter. Ricochet inches toward the ropes, but is brought back to the middle of Castagnoli, who transitions to a crossface, only roll up on the shoulders by Ricochet. The near fall forcing a break of the hold. Claudio strikes back with a near fall of his own, but Ricochet fights out of a Ricochet bomb for another close 2 count. The action spills out on the floor, and as Claudio sends Ricochet into the barricade and onto the barricade, handing him up on his tight little ricochets. Claudio heads back into the ring as the ref begins to count, but Ricochet manages to beat the count. As he returns to the ring himself, only to be laid out with a big lariat as Claudio gets in the win in his first 3 points for the Classic. Winner Claudio Castagnoli. You gotta look back at Kyle Fletcher defeating Will Ospreay at Full Gear before heading backstage to hear from Fletcher and Donna Callis. Callis talks about the decimation of Will Ospreay before Fletcher chimes in about the Continental Classic, giving himself another chance to prove himself when he is in action this Saturday on Collision. Back at ringside, Adam Cole and the Undisputed Kingdom come to the ring to address what MJF did to Roderick Strong at Full Gear and promising to beat him up himself. This brings out Kyle O'Reilly who tells Adam to let things go differently this time, to let Kyle fight MJF. Kyle says he can't let his friends fight his battles for him anymore, but O'Reilly insists he is not doing this for Adam, he's doing it for Roddy. We are interrupted by MJF on the screen playing piano before telling them no thanks. He then talks about the Dynamite Dozen and the Battle Royal coming up before playing them out with his theme on the piano. Cole responds to this by declaring himself for the Battle Royal, followed by O'Reilly. The two exchange words before Kyle O'Reilly leaves the ring with graphics reminding us of what's to come before we go to commercial break. And go to commercial. We get a look at the brackets for the Wrestle Dynasty International Women's Qualifier, in which the winner will represent AEW at the match set for January 5th, 2025. Back at ringside, Jamie Hayter makes her way to the ring for our next match before Queen Aminata follows suit. With both men in the ring, this match gets underway. Wrestle Dynasty International Women's Cup Qualifier, Jamie Hayter versus Queen Aminata. The two lock up, neither quite giving way until Hayter brings up an Aminata to corner of force a break. They lock up again, ending the ropes as the ref calls for a break again. Aminata goes on the attack, but is caught by Hayter until the Queen turns it around to take her to the mat. Hayter gets to a near fall to break the hold, following up with an elbow strike to force toward the queen toward the corner. She wears Aminata down not before, long before Queen Aminata fights back. This leads back forth in a corner with Jamie laying in a flurry of strikes, only for Aminata to fight back with a chop. Despite this, Hayter takes control, sending Aminata into the turnbuckles. We go to picture in picture. Hayter continues to wear the Queen down through Aminata. It starts to fight back until being sent into the ropes by Jamie, who continues to lay in her opponent as we come back from break. Aminata fights her way back into her feet, both women running into the ropes to stay in control before they exchange near falls. Snap suplex by Aminata, but Hayter is back to her feet, only to be reeling to the ropes by the Queen, who hits the ropes for a running kick, forcing Jamie to the floor outside. She brings Hayter back into the ring for a near fall. Aminata goes up top, but Jamie rolls out of the way before bringing the Queen up to her feet, only for Aminata to cradle her for a 2 count. Hayter takes the Queen down for a near fall, and this leads a trade-off pin before attempts from both women before Hayter goes for a rape naked choke. Aminata counters into a pin attempt, only to be taken down to the mat for the boot from Hayter, who follows up with a Hayter raid for the winner to advance. Winner by pinfall, Jamie Hayter. The celebration is cut short when the lights go out, possibly signaling the arrival of Julia Hart. To no avail, leaving an angry Jamie Hayter as we cut away. We get an interview with Mina Shakakawa, who says she say the betrayal from Mariah May is coming. She calls May selfish, saying if that's the real Mariah May, then she can introduce the real Mina. This brings out the women's world champion, who blindsides Mina with a vicious beatdown for saying she wants Mina. We cut away to the graphic revealing the pair who will face off at Winter's Coming for the AEW Women's World Championship, followed by a recap of the Daniel Garcia winning the AEW TNT Championship at Full Gear 2024. He'll be facing Kazuchika Okada in the champion versus champion match in the Blue League action for the Continental Classic this Saturday in Collision. But up next is our main event as Darby Allin and Brody King face off in Gold League action. Then go to a commercial break. Back at ringside, Brody King makes his way out of the ring for our main event. Out next is Darby Allin as this Gold League match gets underway. Continental Classic Gold League match, Darby Allin versus Brody King. We start things off with a quick show of respect before the two men lock up, with Brody shoving Darby away to hard to the corner. Darby responds with a shove of his own, but this only riles Brody up as he lays into Allin, propping him up against the ropes before chopping him to the picture as we go to picture in picture. Picture in picture, King continues the attack on the outside, sending Darby all around with some hard offense for bringing him back into the ring. He starts taunting Darby as he sends him out of the ring, but Darby slides back before he can be grabbed by the big man. Darby hits the ropes, but is caught by King with a big slam into the canvas. Brody sends him back into the outside, attacking him against the barricade until Darby fights back, only to be driven to the barricade by Brody, who follows up with a cannonball that Darby narrowly evades. The feed on that camera cuts as we come back from break. Hold on a second. Computer having a little issue. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see where. Okay. Okay, right. Commentary audio may have been cut because of now I'm gonna fix computer. Commentary audio may have been cut because of the damage done here as Darby heads back into the ring only to be intercepted by Brody. He sets Darby up into a tree of woe before hitting a big cannonball, but that only gets a 2 count. Commentary returns just as Darby catches Brody for a near fall of his own. Both men make it to their feet, only for Darby to send Brody over the ropes to the outside before climbing up for a coffin drop. Darby gets back into the ring, climbing up top for another coffin drop that forces both men down the floor hard as the ref begins to count. He leaves the ring to check on them, with Darby getting back into the ring as does Brody. Darby goes for a coffin drop but gets caught in the choke before he counters for a pin attempt. Brody holds onto the lock, hosting Darby up to send him crashing to the mat for the win in his first 3 points. Winner Brody King. With the match over, we see Claudio making his way to the ring with a steel chair in hand. It seems he may be after Darby after what happened at Full Gear, but Brody comes back into the ring to stare him down as graphic reveals the two will face off next week in Gold League action before Dynamite comes to a close. This was terrible. Let's see who I would believe will win the Continental Classic. I say Ricochet will pull this off completely. Ricochet is my pick to win the Continental Tournament. And the blue, see, I'll say Shelton Benjamin. I'm gonna go with Shelton Benjamin to face Ricochet. I'm gonna say Ricochet wins. wins the I say Ricochet wins the finals, championship finals. Yeah, I picked Blue. I played Shelton Benjamin and Ricochet, and I'm going with Ricochet for the win. Okay, that's it. Now it's time for something I like to do. It's time for okay. It's time for Justin's time of history, all the wrestling birthdays, pop culture, etc., etc. All you hear that thing is the thing from Backstreet Crime, Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, one of my favorite movies. Let's start off with yesterday's November the 26th. Okay, today's a happy birthday. Yesterday was a happy birthday to WWE Hall of Famer Ivory, Lisa Moretti, better known as Ivory. She turns 60, 63 today. Hold on, wait. 63 today. Maven turns 48 today. Yesterday. French wrestler Max Mortier would have been, let's see, 96 today. He died on December 15, 2003. Former WWF, WWE wrestling. See what else. Okay, 1994, WWF superstars. After Survivor Series 94, Man on a Mission, Mabel and Mo defeated Barry Hardy and Dwayne Gill. British Bulldog David Boy Smith defeated Bam Bam Bigelow and Ted DiBiase by DQ. Quang with Hardy Whooping defeated Ben Jordan and Bob Holly. Bob Holly defeated Unknown Jobber. Heavenly Bodies defeated Unknown Jobber and Tyrone Knox. And on WCW Saturday night, Nasty Boys defeated Ron Oaks and John Stevens. John Paul Levesque, as Triple H, defeated Bobby Walker. Brad Armstrong defeated Rip Rogers. American Dream Dustin Rhodes, the natural Dustin Rhodes, we know as Goldust, defeated George South. The Finance defeated Buddy Lee Parker and Tom Burton. The Butcher defeated Larry Santo. Harlem Heat defeated Scott Steiner and Joey Maggs. Sting defeated Danny Brown. WCW United States Champion Hacksaw Jim Duggan defeated Stunning Steve Austin, known as Stone Cold Steve Austin. See, 2004. See, hold on a second. See, 1984. Okay, November 26, 1904, on the Miami Dolphins defeating New York Jets 28-17 in front of 74,844 fans on Monday Night Football, ABC. Let's see. See, 1998, 2004. See. See, trying to figure what else. Okay, 2004 on Impact Wrestling. Hold on a second. See, Impact Wrestling. One second. America's Most Wanted defeated New York Connection. Chris Sabin defeated Michael Shane and P. Williams. Chris in a freeway dance. Raven versus Florida Walker in a no contest. Hector Garza defeated Kid Cash. Ron Killings defeated Bobby Roode. Scott D'Amore. Scott Hall defeated AJ Styles. In 2014, a movie called Horrible Bosses 2 was released in theaters. Let's see. Sequel to 2011's Horrible Bosses. And Penguin was starring Jason Bateman, Charlie Day, Jason Sudeikis, Jennifer Aniston, Jamie Foxx, Chris Pine, Christoph Waltz. And Penguin was a Madagascar. Penguin was a Madagascar spin-off of the Madagascar franchise, was released as the fourth overall of the film. Featuring voices of Michael Cohen, featuring voices of Tom McGrath, Chris Miller, Christopher Knights, Conrad Renner, Bernard Cumberbatch, Ken Jeong, Annette Manning-True, Pete Stenamore, and John Malkovich. See, 2014. I think I got that covered. Okay, let's go to today's November 27th. Okay, on this day in 2004, we lost Jack Donovan. It's unknown when he died of. He was born on November 24th, 1928, before his birthday. He was 76 when he died. Today's a happy birthday to Jaleel White. He's 48 today. Married known for playing Steve Urkel on the TV show Family Matters, one of my favorite childhood favorites. ABC. He was a part of Hulk Hogan's Championship Wrestling. Evan Courageous turns 51 today from WCW. On this day in 1984, on WWE Tuesday Night Titans, Tony Atlas makes fun of Paul. Tony Atlas makes fun of Paul, and Mr. Wonderful Palms calling him Paula. Then on Owen Hart defeated Jason Arndt. Adam Bomb defeated the Black Phantom. Well Done defeated Gary Sorbo and Mike Corey. Razor Ramon defeated James Storm. JTW Storm retained the Intercontinental title. Jeff Jarrett defeated John Crystal. The Bushwhackers defeated Ray Hudson in the Brooklyn Brawler. Let's see. Okay, on WWF Action Zone, King Kong Bunny defeated Duke Dumpster Drosy. Well Done defeated Gary Sabo and Mike DeCory. Adam Bomb defeated the Black Phantom. Owen Hart defeated Jason Arndt. Intercontinental Champion James Storm defeated Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon, Intercontinental Champion Scott Hall. Razor Ramon defeated J.S. Storm. The Bushwhackers defeated the Brooklyn Brawler and Ray Hudson. Let's see. What else? Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Sting defeated Iron Anderson, Bunkhouse Buck with Colonel Parker in Maine. That was the main event. Let's see, 2004 on WWE Velocity. WWE Velocity, I mean. The Basham Brothers defeated Show Funaki and Paul London. Luther Reigns and Mark Jindrak defeated Roy McAllister in A1. Shannon Moore, Charlie McGraw, and Nunzio defeated Billy Kidman, KO, and Spike Dudley. 2014. Tyler Breeze defeated Mike Lewis, Carmelo and Wakanda Cassidy, and Enzo Amore defeated LeVar Bates. And the Lucha Dragons, Kalisto and Sin Cara defeated Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger. Finn Balor defeated Tyson Kidd when challenged by DQ. See you in a second. Jack Swagger with Zeb Cole defeated Kurt on WWE. Okay, on WWE Superstars, Jack Swagger with Zeb Cole defeated Curtis Axel by submission. The Usos defeated Slayer Gator, and that's it. And that'll do it for tonight. The Godfather started doing slurs. The late Chin headshot, so you say like the dress up with Chubby Checker, sing like Lionel Richie, dance like James Brown, and all that stuff. Like again, the hot tub, gonna be sweat, gonna be dry, gonna be wet. Heard Eddie Murphy doing impressions Saturday night of James Brown Saturday Night Live. Cause I watched the reruns back in the 90s of old school Saturday Night Live, vintage. So that'll do for the show, and I'm gonna close out some little song, number one single for 1984 called "Cruel Summer" by Bananarama, number one single for 1984. Good night, everybody. Here it is, "Cruel Summer" by Bananarama.